Hey, this is Sean Canary. Welcome to another video with how to configure HubSpot and how to use HubSpot better. I hope you find these videos of value. These videos are to take you from everything from the basic settings to a little bit of advanced features. So we'll be going through each one of these videos, and we'll introduce you to a topic, talk about it, and make sure that you're well aware. In one of my past videos, I talked in general about connecting your email connections to HubSpot. I demonstrated both Outlook as well as Gmail. You can connect multiple mailboxes to HubSpot. What this does is allow you to send emails from HubSpot from multiple email addresses, which is really cool. In addition to being able to connect your email to HubSpot, you can connect your calendars to HubSpot. To connect your calendars to HubSpot, simply hit the Connect Your Calendar button. Unlike the email connection, you do have to select the calendar that you want to use. For instance, Gmail calendar, Microsoft Outlook calendar, as well as the Microsoft Exchange calendar. This is obviously Microsoft 365. So in this case, we're going to choose Gmail, and I'm going to go ahead and hit Connect Your Calendar. After I read over the privacy information as well as how it will connect to Google account, I'm going to go ahead and accept and connect to Google. It will ask me to sign into my Gmail account. I will sign into my Gmail account and I will hit allow. HubSpot will then look to connect my calendar. When it is connect, it will say huzzah. Unlike the email system within HubSpot, you can only connect one calendar at a time. So I will disconnect this and then show you how to connect Outlook. Disconnect this calendar. I'm going to go ahead and connect and use Outlook this time. Hit connect calendar. Again, this language as far as what to expect when you connect Outlook 365. You're going to be asked to sign into your Outlook connection, and now it is connected, which is super, super cool as far as this goes. Some other settings that you want to know and want to keep in front of you is the account settings. When it comes to the accounts, you have the calendar sync feature, which logs new meetings from your primary calendar to existing calendars in HubSpot. So any tasks or any calendar meetings that you log directly from your Outlook calendar will show up into your HubSpot platform in your calendar. Also, too, you can choose which calendars that you connect to. So if we go back to Outlook, I can create a specific calendar. You notice that I have calendar, United States holidays and birthdays as default. So in HubSpot here, I can choose which calendar I give it access to. So maybe I have a personal calendar that I do not connect it to, and maybe I have a work calendar. But you can choose and create all these different calendars. You can add a calendar here, and you can add a personal calendar. You can add a work calendar, and you can customize which calendar in HubSpot connects to it. In addition, when you connect your calendar to HubSpot, you share it with individuals. This is where you can customize what that URL is. By default, it will choose a meetings at .hubspot.com, but you can also select a custom domain, meaning your company's URL, and then you can choose your own URL. In this case, it's scanary5. You can add kunocreative.com here or your company. The default meeting link, right? This is a default meeting link. So if you have multiple meetings, and we'll go over how to set up multiple meetings, this will be the default one that shows up as far as your meeting link. Scheduling pages, you can turn off this feature when you disable all scheduling pages. And we'll talk about scheduling pages. That is interesting. Also, too, if you're a HubSpot or if you're a support person manning the company inbox up here in contact, in conversations and inbox, on your chat feature, when you have a chat with an individual prospect, you can also include a link to your calendar. That way, somebody can reach out to you and schedule time directly from your chats with your people that come to your website, prospects that come to your website. But let's go in, now that we have connected our calendar, let's go ahead in and make sure that we customize our meeting links so we get the most out of this feature for our customers, right? This is a dummy account, a free account that I created. So you'll notice that there is the HubSpot logo from your booking page. Obviously, this is a free account. So when you have a paid account, you can do a lot more things. Such as create more links. So for instance, in my other portal, I have at least 7 or 8 different meeting links that I can share with individuals. I can also create meeting links with multiple individuals, and we'll show you that here in a second. But let's go over some of the basic features within HubSpot. So I'm going to go ahead and hit edit. First of all, you want to make sure that you edit the internal name. This is the internal name that only you see. So I'm gonna if I have multiple meeting links to share with individuals, and I want to have a default one, I'm gonna put Sean's default meeting link. All right. And what that does is it's going to save, and when I want to save my meeting link, all I got to do is look for this one. So when I'm connecting my email and I'm sending an email out, and let's just demonstrate that, and I want to send a meeting link, right? I'm going to go ahead and hit meetings, and I can quickly choose which of the meetings. This is the name that I just edited, so that name will appear here. This is connected to my real HubSpot account, so that's why the names are different. But again, this is that name that you enter in right here, so you know which meeting link you're sharing with them. So for instance, if you have multiple team members that are that you're sharing, maybe it's you and 2 other people, you can say this is Sean, Matt, and Anthony's meeting link. That way you know which one to share. The event title is what is shown in the calendar link when somebody adds it, and also your calendar link. So what you can do is say meet with Sean from Kuno Creative. Again, this could be something as simple as meet with Sean from Kuno Creative, or you could get really fancy and add in a company or contact token from a personalization field. So if you wanted to put in the company name, you can put in the company name and it would pull that information. This is interesting. This is the location. So this right here is a description of the location. So I am I work for Kuno Creative, which is a virtual company, and I do most of my meetings through Zoom or Teams. So from here I can put Zoom online virtual meeting, right? And it shows the location of being online, so I know that, hey, I don't have to prepare and leave my office to meet with this person. I know it's going to be virtually online. This cancel and reschedule button, I always toggle this off. That way, in the description of the meeting, it gives the person the ability to reschedule with you or cancel the meeting altogether. Some salespeople don't like giving people those options. I'm going to leave that up to you. In a description here, you'd want to write a description. This meeting is with Sean Canary of Kuno Creative to discuss HubSpot features and training. Great opportunity to give a little bit of information about what the meeting is about. You can simply toggle this back on and add this in. And right here, you'll get a preview of what that meeting looks like. The next option is the scheduling. right? And this is your ability to manipulate where that meeting and what that URL is. In addition, HubSpot has a payment feature where you can toggle this on and select payments if you have that feature of the software, which is really cool. So if you were, say, if you charge for your time, if you charge for a consultation, you can click that on and collect income for meeting with that person. So if you're a consultant, a training consultant such as myself, you can collect a payment before you accept any meeting. From here, you have two settings, both the scheduling and the form. We'll get to the form in a second. The form basically collects the information of the person that is registering for the meeting. But in the schedule, I want to make sure that I edit what that person sees. After they click on that link, they're going to see Meet with Sean Canary by default. You can customize this to your heart's delight. Meet with Sean from Kuno Creative. That image right there, it's going to pull from your general settings. Remember, we went over that in the settings area. In your general, there's where your profile image is. So that's why that was so important when we talked about connecting your email, why you will want to connect that. So you're going to want to make sure that your image is up there. That way people see it from you. Duration hours is completely customizable to you. I've never had a 15-minute meeting in my life. So I always give people the option of 30 minutes or 1 hour, depending on what they want to do. As you can see, they can toggle in between and see what times that they have. The availability window is something that you'll want to adjust as well. Although, most bosses say that, hey, I want you working from 9 to 5. Chances are you're not going to be working from 9 to 5 because you're going to need to take a break. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a lunchtime. So I'm going to go in here and say you can book with me from 9 to 11:30, and I'm going to go ahead and book the afternoon, or make the afternoon available from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So now when somebody tries to book with me, you'll notice there's no noon. Or no 11:45 or no 12:30. That's because I've customized this. You can set this for the entire week, or you can set it per day. Maybe Sundays you have time. So you can customize this and add hours and change your hours. And then also make sure that you edit the time zone to make sure that you are in the time that you are going to be. Now don't worry, this will adjust based off of where the user that's booking a meeting with you. So let's say you're in the UK, I'm in Florida, so I'm on Eastern time zone. But the times that the person sees when they go to book a time with you will be in their time zone. So this would be standard UK time as opposed to Eastern time. Just on your side, you're setting this based off of what area you're in. You can change this organizer avatar to a company avatar. Maybe you want to use a company logo instead, or you can upload a custom image if you want right there. I'm going to keep it to an organizer avatar because I'm a pretty good looking guy. The meeting availability, you can schedule it for this week and next week. You can push it out for the next 3 weeks, next 5 weeks. I recommend doing 3 weeks or under, because if you travel a lot, you may not have something on your calendar in 3 weeks that you need to put on your calendar in 3 weeks. So I usually try to keep it this week and next, or 3 weeks and under, because I want to make sure if I do have to book a travel that I give myself plenty of opportunities to opt out of it. Notice time. This is the amount of time that somebody can actually book a meeting with you. If you notice, my calendar that I'm sending, it is 3:38 p.m. right now, or 14:38. But somebody can book a time with me at, let's say, at 1400 hours. So somebody can book a time with me at 4 p.m. today. All they need is 15 minutes. So I want to give myself a little bit more time. I say at least give me an hour to prepare for a meeting, minimum notice time before a meeting can be booked. Buffer time as well. I may need to grab a drink. I may need to, use the facilities. I may need to take a break after my meeting. So I always try to give myself at least 30 minutes of buffer time between meetings. If you travel for a living, you may want to make this even more to give yourself more buffer time. And then finally, start time increments. This is the ability of when the person can schedule meetings. So if it's at 15 minutes, they can schedule it at quarter past, half past, 3/4 past, or on the top of the hour. I don't like having a meeting at 11:15 a.m. I either want it at 11 a.m., 11:30, or noon. So I always change this to 30 minutes. It's up to you. Booking page language, HubSpot will automatically translate that. So I want it in the visitor's browsers settings, as well as their date and time. I use United States Standard Time. However, somebody may be in England or France, and I would want to make sure that it's based off of their browsing settings, not mine. So that is the rules of how you set up those individual scheduling options. Next, you can ask when somebody picks a time for their name to confirm, as well as their email address. And you can also ask for additional contact properties and even custom properties. Again, you have to have the paid version of HubSpot to add those in, but you would just click on that. So if you want to ask, what are you looking to achieve with this meeting, or maybe get a question answered for a private, something like that. You can turn on GDPR information, which is important for you international, right? So if you're international and you want to be GDPR compliant, you're going to want to make sure that this is toggled on. That way they consent to receive communications from you. That way you are GDPR compliant. In addition, there is the ability to allow customers to include other guests who attend your meeting. I love this feature because it allows them to invite coworkers, up to 10 coworkers, to the meeting. So very rarely do you meet one-on-one with person. You usually meet with a team of individuals. This allows them to share this meeting and set up for the entire team. Spam prevention, you can add a CAPTCHA challenge to it before they submit it. I usually don't. I usually try to make it a streamline because my calendar is not publicly shared. It's usually only shared in emails. Finally, I always make sure that pre-populate forms when HubSpot has that information, and you can auto-submit forms of all fields when they are pre-populated as well. So those are some of the options that you have. As far as the automation is concerned, a confirmation email is toggled to be sent out. So as soon as somebody schedules a meeting, they will get a confirmation email. I always add this toggle on to send a pre-meeting reminder. I've learned that people sometimes forget that they have meetings. I always include the invite description in the email body, and that's important when you're connecting Zoom and you're connecting a virtual meeting on there. So I want to make sure that that is there. So this is how you set this up. You would go ahead and hit save, and now your meeting link is scheduled. Let's show you some of the features of a paid version of HubSpot when it comes to the real paid version. So when we go into here and we go to meetings, let's go ahead and let's show you what a paid version of the meetings looks like. You notice that I have multiple different meeting links. All right, so the reason why I create all these multiple different meeting links is because I want to make sure that I have one with me and a coworker. I have a lot of different meetings with coworkers, so instead of just booking me, it's going to look at both my calendar as well as somebody else's calendar. Very easy to create. When you hit create meeting link, you can create either a one-on-one, which is me, or you can create a group, and then you can actually add individuals in addition to just yourself. So you can be the organizer. We're going to put this test, virtual meeting with Sean. In addition, in the paid version, you can add a video conference link. We're connected to Zoom, but you can also connect to Teams. So if you are a Microsoft user, you can actually add the Teams extension, just like Zoom is added for us, and add a Zoom video link automatically from Zoom. So when I hit next, it's going to ask me to add a team member. So I can click on add team member, and then I can go through all of my different coworkers and add them to that meeting, right? So this is interesting. They're going to check availability on both of our calendars and only give times for people to meet that we're both available. So it's going to take in account both calendars. Also, you have that customization where you can add availability windows, just like individual one-on-one meetings. So all that is there, so you can customize it. In addition, the form, you can add contact properties or custom questions. You can have GDPR, data privacy on. I recommend this for everybody. And then also allow them to add up to 10 guests to the meeting. So again, these are some of the features that of the HubSpot scheduling software that you want to make sure that is on. Again, when you confirm, you can display a default confirmation page, and they'll get a receive an email, or redirect them maybe to your website. I always display the confirmation page, that way they can make a mental note of what they just saw. Afterwards, again, email reminders. Always make sure that you add an email reminder and make sure that the confirmation email is on. So that is the meeting feature. Now that we've gone through the individual connecting of the meeting to HubSpot as well as your Outlook or Gmail calendar, you then can go into your email calendars and add one of those meeting links that you created, or you can actually use insert proposed times, where it actually pulls in your meeting calendar. You can actually pull in the meeting calendar you want to use, and then you can give the person options. So instead of sending over the entire calendar for them to use and having them schedule something that, at a time, maybe at the end of the, my boss hates meetings at the end of the day, but his calendar's open. So maybe he would want to go in here and add up to 10 times in the morning over Thursday and Friday that somebody could select. So hit insert times. And again, it puts all those options into the email so that somebody, when they get this email, can simply go, okay, it looks like 8:30 to 9 a.m. works for me. I'm going to go ahead and hit click on this, and it will schedule the meeting for them. This is a really cool feature. Instead of using the schedule link where they have their pick of any time that they want that's available in your availability window, you can send proposed times instead. So that's a very cool new feature of HubSpot that I definitely recommend you use after you go ahead and set up all your meeting link and different meeting links that you want. I hope you enjoyed this training video. And again, I'm available for any questions in the comment section below.